So I had a customer bring in this Evo 10 and it's here for a clutch job. And I took the job on. I'm a Nissan guy, I do a lot of Nissan stuff, but I figured how hard can it be? It isn't impossible to do, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. There's a lot of bits and pieces that get in the way and you got to just take off all kinds of crap. But by far the hardest thing to do is get the transfer case bolts off. There's a total of 6 bolts. 3 are on the top, which I'm about to show you. And there isn't many videos out there that show this. I couldn't find anything actually in detail. But if you look there, you'll see a swivel socket. And that's on the first bolt from the 3 that are on the top. And then right over to the right of that, you'll see another bolt. And that's the second bolt. Both of these bolts are above the transfer case under the turbo. So they're a pain in the ass to get to. From here, you wouldn't be able to get to them. I mean, I was thinking, hey, I can possibly take off that elbow from the turbo and then use a wrench facing this way and then just crack them. But that didn't seem too feasible. The third bolt is a little further towards the axle, so it's a little easier to get to. And I'll show you that one. So that one is here, and it's pretty much the bolt that's got some red coloring on it under that that line that goes to the transfer case. It's got that flexible cover over it. And if you look at all those bolts, they all have some red on the front of them, and that's how you know they're tranny or transfer case related. So there you can see on the left the third bolt, the second bolt's in the middle, and the first bolt is where my extension is going to with the swivel. You'll see here that I don't have too many long extensions. I only have one 12-inch and the rest are either 3-inch or 6-inch. So I've got this contraption here. To actually get it to the bolt, you just slide it over the transfer case. Try to get it as close as you can. Once you get it over the transfer case, you can just come over here, stick your hand in, and then just push the socket onto the bolt. So I'm using a total of like 6 extensions just because I don't have any more 12-inch ones. But what I've done over here is I'm using a 3/8 to 1/2-inch adapter and my 1/2-inch ratchet, just because due to the length, I know that my 3/8 ratchet's probably gonna skip or maybe break. So I'm just gonna use this, throw a pry bar on it or a breaker bar or some type of tube to crack it, and then I'll crack the second one. Like I said, the third one isn't too difficult. The bottom 3 are real easy. They're, readily accessible. You don't need any special tools. But I will tell you, to get to these 3 bolts, I had to remove 2 shields. You got this one here, which is just right in front of the where the CV axle goes in, and it protects the rubber boot. The other shield has got 3 bolts. Let me just try to find it here. There it is. So this basically sits like this, okay? And I'm just gonna set it down here so you can see. This is right off of the pumpkin. So right in the front, right there where the axle goes, you can actually see the 10mm thread right there. That one's real easy to get to. This one, you have access from over here. It's fairly simple. Nothing too crazy. But this one's kind of a pain in the ass because the 14mm spring bolt that holds the downpipe onto the turbo is kind of right above it. I tried to get to it with a wobble extension and a short 10 on a 1/4-inch. But I wasn't having too much luck, so I decided just to pull the downpipe because this particular car is also getting a downpipe upgrade. So may as well just get it off and get it out of the way. Once I did that, it wasn't too difficult. Other than that, that's pretty much all you have to do, is get that shield off, get the small shield off, and as you can see, I moved this out of the way just because it gives you some more visibility, and you should be good. You should be able to get off those 3 bolts and continue the job. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Sorry about the sucky video. I'm not a video type person, but I figured I would upload this video so that you guys don't struggle like I did.